Hello, faithful listener. I'm Stephen Edwards, this is Edquiring Minds. Today on the show, I can't tell you. He won't give his name, he won't allow his name to be printed because, as he puts it, he wants his name to be whispered in the dark corners of the night by those who seek to prey on the fearful and things like that. He's very dramatic, he's a gentleman pretending to be a superhero, so obviously I just couldn't pass up that, could I? I had to sit down and talk to him for a good 20 minutes, just, dive into that craziness. And it's worse than you know. It really is. It's really worse than whatever you're picturing, it's worse. I'm telling you, it was just a big old bowl of crazy. So we're going to get to that in a second. Before that, today we are sponsored by a really good cause. This is a really, I was very happy to help this out. Make-A-Wish Foundation got in touch with me. They're campaigning on behalf of a brave little boy, 11 and a half years old he is, Jimmy Cupp. He has inoperable brain cancer. He's not going to live to see 13. And the one thing he wants to do before he goes, his last wish, is to touch Kristen Bell's boobs. You know the actress Kristen Bell? She was in Veronica Mars, The Good Place. He wants to touch her breasts. And fair enough. That's what I say. His friends and family, they've really rallied around him, supporting him. They want to make this happen. They want to put a smile on his face. He's got such a hard life. They just want him to, they really want to see that grin as his fingers just close around the general, weight of Kristen's breasts and maybe, graze an areola. And, I think this is a really good cause. So they're trying to get in touch with Kristen. She hasn't responded as of yet. They've called their people, her representatives. They tweet her a lot. She hasn't really, maybe she just hasn't heard it. So that's why they've got in touch with me. They want to get the message out there, signal boost it, so I could ask all my followers on your Twitter, on your Instagram, on your Facebook, tweet out the hashtag, let Jimmy Cupp a feel. And to Kristen, to Miss Kristen Bell, I simply say, come on. Come on. And now on with today's show.
So I wasn't always just a crime fighter.
No, you weren't.
No, I used to be a boxer.
Oh, well, I was going to say that explains your build.
Well, thank you. I still work quite hard on my body. When I'm not out on the
to.
street fighting crime, I'm in the gym fighting fat.
When you're fighting crime. Are you serious with this? You're a superhero.
Deadly serious. I'm out there every night patrolling the streets.
So, how's that going for you? How is going out and confronting criminals working out for you?
You tell me, Stephen. You look outside the window and you tell me if there's a wretched hive of scum and villainy out there.
Well, not currently, no.
Well, there you go. You're welcome.
You can't just take credit because
if you were in Streatham, you'd be welcome. I haven't, expended my business this far yet.
Well, I'm sure you're known by reputation. I'm sure they can feel it in the air. I don't know, man. It's a little hard to take seriously. I mean, you're sitting here in spandex and a mask. I mean, do you have superpowers? Do you claim to be a superpowered individual?
I can't divulge that information to you, Stephen. People would use it against me.
That means no. No one would.
I'm not saying no. I'm saying that if I were to describe the depths of my powers, people would easily be able to discern my weaknesses.
Okay, so but there is no logical reason why if you had powers you wouldn't just answer yes. But I'll move on. I can see you're uncomfortable with that. So listen, Dave, what I really want to talk about...
my name's not Dave.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. Do I look like a Dave to you?
Well, I don't know, but the email that set up the interview was from dave@rocketmail.com, so I just assumed...
That's my government name. It's not my superhero name.
And you want me to address you with your superhero name?
I would like you to address me as my superhero name.
What is your superhero name?
My superhero name is something that I put a lot of thought and effort into, and I wanted something that would strike fear into the hearts of my enemies, and I decided on 9/11.
9/11?
Yes.
As in the... You chose 9/11 as your terrorist
That's
attack.
exactly why I chose the name, the way you reacted there. That's how I want my enemies to react.
Well, like they've just been hit by 2 hijacked airplanes.
No, that's a bit, too soon to be making such lightness of that. But no, I wanted that confusion and that air of slight awkwardness to be a distraction while I sneaked up behind them and punched them in the back of the head.
So you tried to capture not so much the event 9/11 as much as the general feeling of dread and fear around the Western population in the days after 9/11.
Exactly.
Okay, that's fucking ludicrous. So you're not one of these child-friendly superheroes then, I would take it, with a name like 9/11.
Well, the name and the fact that I've crippled, blinded, bludgeoned, and okay, shot a few people, yeah.
This is insane.
But you say that, and then they made that Deadpool movie, and that makes a lot of toy sales.
Well,
so maybe
I suppose this is you can't be serious with this, man. You're going out every night, in the dead of night. You're actively seeking out crime, and you're running into God knows who. I mean, who is it that you generally encounter on your nights on watch?
Listen, mate. When I was in the ring and I was boxing for a living before I was banned for life for buying that guy's dick.
Jesus.
Yeah, tell me about it.
How did you even get down?
Well, that's a different story for another time.
Okay.
I took on all weight classes.
Okay.
I did a lot of barn fighting. I did a lot of gypsy boxing, just because I like hitting people.
Okay.
So I just transferred my skills and my love of the craft to a more applicable use of my time, and now I beat up a lot of teenagers.
You beat up teenagers?
Well, they're the ones that are out there standing outside shops they've got no business being out of, riding around the little scramble bikes.
You're a superhero.
Someone needs to tell them, and that's up to 9/11 to do.
Okay, so you're a superhero who fights yobs.
They'll never forget.
In little scoundrels in North Face jackets with cat wigs. These are the people that you feel need to be served justice.
Essentially. There are on a lot of bank robberies going on in Streatham.
No drug cartels.
There's no drug
not
cartels.
really a big problem in Streatham,
so
is it?
I beat up a lot of people who I just kind of feel like they need to be punched.
Okay.
You ever met someone who you just feel like that guy would just turn his life around if someone socked him in the jaw?
Yes, but we
You're
think
welcome.
these. No, don't. This is why.
When I beat up these kids, they go home and they don't forget.
No, I suppose you never forget
They
9/11.
They come out of the hospital a different person.
Don't you think it's a little, unfairly balanced? You're a grown man.
Yeah,
you're a
totally.
former boxer. And you're fighting these kids. Don't you think?
Yeah. I am slaughtering these people. I don't know why the police don't do it.
They don't just straight
because
up
not
beat
only
the
is it
children
easy,
up.
it's fun. I mean, okay, I've been stabbed a few times, but
Jesus,
the
really?
thing no one tells you about being stabbed is it really gets your adrenaline up. So once, the first time I got stabbed, I was like,
You've been stabbed.
Christ, oh yeah, 7 times. The second time I got stabbed, I was like, oh, that's a bit easier than the first time I got stabbed. The fourth time I got stabbed, I just pulled the knife right out of my stomach and I shoved it in that kid's mouth.
Oh man, so this is like real, like little mini criminals in training that you're dealing with here.
Yeah,
Like real
kids raising kids. This is what society is at right now. The parents didn't do their job right. These kids have no place in the world. They're not going to do anything with their lives, so they go out there and they cause trouble.
I mean,
I
guess,
stopped them from doing that because I'm a superhero.
Okay, I guess in one respect, look, I'm trying to see it from your point of view here, because honestly, to me, it just sounds ridiculous and suicidal. But I suppose a guy going out there with his life and he's trying to, put a stop to things like gun crime. You're attacking gun crime.
Gun crime, yeah, that's up on the rise.
Knife violence. You're
Everyday
tackling.
knife violence.
And what's the new one that's doing? What's the new craze? Acid attacks.
No, fuck that. No.
Oh, you don't.
No, I don't handle acid attacks.
Any particular reason?
Because I don't want to get my face burnt off.
Okay.
I don't get paid for this stuff, man. I'm out there the goodness of my own heart and my own insatiable bloodlust. But if I need to beat people up that bad, I'll go to a football match.
Right. Okay. So
I might as well beat people up who deserve it.
So we draw the line at acid attacks.
And I don't want acid thrown in my face
Okay,
because
but,
of that.
But everything else.
Everything else you said was accurate, yes.
Okay.
Essentially accurate.
So yeah, I mean, on the one hand, that's kind of honourable, but come on, man, this isn't. This is the reason we have a police force, trained
But
professionals.
the police force can only do so much. Have you never seen a movie before?
Yes, I have.
mean,
I feel like you've seen too many.
This is the part of the movie where Charles Bronson / Bruce Willis / old fat John Travolta see that the police and the law can't do anything, so they go out there and they take laws in their own hands, and then things are like exploding and there's glass shattering everywhere, and like, and there's like these cars going, and they're like, it's like, and there's these huge explosions and stuff. I haven't got to that part yet. I'm mostly still stuck in the phase where, kids shoplift some hobnobs and I break all the fingers on their hands and they never do it again.
Dave, listen,
It's 9/11.
It's 9/11. Listen, I don't think this is just about justice. I think you've definitely got some, I don't know, maybe some steroids going around your system.
There's a lot of steroids in my brain.
Yeah, see, I think so. Maybe you took one too many shots to the head. You strike me as someone who has a lot of internalized anger, and with the best intentions, you are essentially going out at night and taking that out on young adults.
I can't argue with what you're saying. I have shot up a lot of drugs in my time, and I've taken a lot of concussions from a lot of dirty gypsies, and To be honest with you, yeah, I'll concede that point. But you're focusing on the fact that I beat up a lot of teenagers.
Well, who else are
Teenagers,
you-
not children, teenagers.
Who else are you at war with?
I have many, enemies. Like actual rogues gallery enemies.
Like who? Because
Like who?
so far you're only telling me about the Yobs.
Okay,
Doesn't
how about
paint you in a great light.
how about the fiendish Mr. James?
Who is Mr.
He's
James?
he's get this. He's an industrial and he's running people out of their homes so he can knock them down.
Okay, that's like a Lex Luthor type evil businessman.
Bingo, bango. Yes.
Kind of exposing how broken the system is because everything he's doing.
Kicking these people out on the streets.
Oh, right. So it does. Okay, I'm with you a little bit. It sounds villainy, and he's just kicking them out.
Yep. I mean, he gives them a small buyout of a few million for their homes.
Okay.
But
Does he have like?
can you buy happiness, Stephen?
Does he have like permits and stuff?
Well, yeah, of course. He's a businessman.
Okay, so what he's doing is entirely legal. Then.
Yeah, but is it moral?
Are they giving him informed consent about the sale of their home?
Well, yeah, but
So what's the issue?
The crackheads, they can't give an informed consent.
So he's essentially taking crackheads out of crack dens, giving them money to get the life.
Crack den is a bit of a exclusive word there, Stephen.
He's giving them money to get their life back up on its feet. What's the issue here?
The issue is where these people are going to go and shoot crack.
So
He's paying them off with blood money. Did I mention that?
So you're concerned about where his money is coming from?
His blood money, you mean?
His blood money. You think it's from a criminal empire? Of some
No,
sort?
he's got blood money. He has like a phlebotomy clinic that he set up, and
like a blood-based research centre.
Yeah, he's quite close to curing diabetes, but that doesn't mean he's a good guy.
I mean, it sounds like he's a good guy. He's working on diseases. If you tell me about enemies, that's not a good start.
I got others.
Okay,
There's this
okay,
guy.
hit me
There's
with
this
it.
guy who's always lurking around in the streets.
Okay.
He's always shadowing people.
All right, I'm with
He's
you.
selling the big issue, and I don't think he's homeless.
Come on.
He's got a bike. What does a homeless person need a bike for?
I mean, 9/11.
It's a 3-speeder.
Okay, well, that is a bit of a fancy bike for a homeless person. I'll give you that,
I mean, how much can you make selling the big issue?
Look, so maybe he's like doing a little bit of like some light fraud. Do we really need a superhero for this? I mean, this is the conclusion I'm reaching to. Maybe you're having fun. I don't know if there's that much need for you in the world. What good are you really doing? What evil are you really defeating?
Stephen, there's a much darker side to my life that I didn't want to bring up here because I wanted to shine a light on the positive impact that I have. But
You've done a terrible job of that so far.
I stop crimes happening every day. In fact, I'm working on a big case right now. I've got all this information here. Maybe you want to look at. You're a news journalist.
I mean, again,
you
is
can
it
pass
just
this
gonna
on to
be,
the right people.
Like, is it just going to be something that kind of when you say it at first, it sounds kind of interesting, but when you peel back even the first layer, you see it's really quite legit and legal. Is it going to be like that? Who are we talking about here?
We're talking about the ice cream, man.
Oh, for fuck's sake! No,
That's what they said about Richard Kalinsky, the ice killer. He was an ice cream van.
Right.
If only people had listened to
That
one
doesn't
guy
mean- that
fighting
doesn't
crime
mean-
back then.
Well, that doesn't mean you should put on spandex and chase down every ice cream van you see.
Not every ice cream man, just this one.
This one in particular, I suppose. What's he doing that's so wrong? Tell me.
He's a slippery bastard, Stephen. He hides in plain sight, and you always hear his music before you see
He's
him.
an ice cream man,
He's
okay?
a creepy ass ice cream man.
That's what they do, okay? What he's done, there's nothing wrong with what he's done. Is he one of them charging $150 for a 99er? Come on, Dave, you're delusional, mate. You've taken too many shots to the head. All this steroid has warped your brain, but you don't need to do this. Let the police handle the little stuff. Stop bothering Ice Cream Man. For God's sake, you need to stop beating up teenagers. Grow up. Realize real life is not a comic book, okay? You're going to end up hating someone who's done nothing wrong and get yourself arrested, sent to jail. Just drop this stuff, man. Just drop this hero stuff.
I don't know why I expected better from you, Stephen. You're supposed to be a news professional. You're supposed to research this.
You think you're the first person who's tried to be a superhero?
You're going to try and make me come out as ridiculous as all those other people?
Yes.
You're saying that I should just let the evil Mr. James build his children's hospital?
That's what he wants the buildings
Is that what you're
for?
saying?
Yes.
So I should have just let homeless Joe keep defrauding the government and riding around town on his bike?
Yeah, I mean, really,
fine. That's fine.
Who's he hit?
Here's fine. All the research. Doesn't mean anything. There you go.
I really think it's for the best.
Break these CDs here. Break them. Yep, fine. That's fine.
CDs? What do you even have CDs
you know,
of?
that was just video recordings and audio recordings, all proving that the ice cream man was guilty. So, you know, I'm sure the parents of the kids that he murdered are going to be quite peeved that we destroyed them live on Stephen Edwards' show.
Well, I just think... Hang on, what? He murdered kids?
Yep, whole bunch of them, Stephen.
What do you mean proof? Like, you've led me astray before. What, you mean like hard proof?
Hello, video recordings, phone message recordings.
Jesus Christ, was this all that you had? Did you tell me you had more?
Nope. The whole lot.
Oh, no!
And you made me destroy it all by making me feel like an idiot.
In fairness, you are.
So
but
who's
this
the
is
idiot
one...
now? Whose blood is those children's hands really on, Stephen?
Oh, God.
The ice cream man or yours?
Both.
So parents at home of the 9 slaughtered children, 8 of whom were definitely molested to death.
Oh, God.
Stephen Edwards will now take your
Why have you
emails
had
at
proof?
home.
Why would you break them?
So the Twitter handle where you can reach
No,
Stephen Edwards and
look,
tell him how happy you are that those children are all dead.
Tweets, acquiring vids, acquiring
there you
pictures
go.
on
So,
Instagram.
you know...
no, don't.
Maybe you're one of the parents of these dead children and you'd like some explanation as to why no justice has been done and why the ice cream man hasn't been beaten up with my iron fists of glory.
Why are you beating
Ask
up
Stephen.
Yobs, but not the
Ask
ice cream
Stephen.
man?
Congratulations, Stephen. Because of you, now we all have to forget about 9/11.
Okay, well, you heard it here first, folks.